Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of One, Two, Three Wrestling right here on SRP TV. I'm Chris, and as always, joined by Nick Slade.
The truth is out there.
How are we doing today, Nick?
I'm doing okay. Are you ready for
Great.
the biggest party of the summer?
Well, they're trying to match that moniker now, as we have two nights to discuss, 12 total matches, possibly something, one or two matches changing on the card, possibly changing on the card. But we would be remiss if we didn't bring up the passing. This is our road so far. So, and these, we're only going to three stories because the rest we're saving for a separate video, which stay tuned for that. Um, so of course, the passing of two WWE Hall of Famers, Ozzy Osbourne, and of course, Hulk Hogan. Let's be honest, we'll go over Hulk Hogan. So Ozzy Osbourne, legendary rocker, last concert was raising money for Parkinson's. Like, what a way to like flip and go out. His
Mhm.
daughter got proposed to in front of him. Fucking like, I think it was the lead singer of Slipknot too. Like, oh man, and just like the pictures just came out as of this recording of the a pics from the funeral. So like. Yeah, like I haven't listened to his entire discography. I have heard what he's done for WWE, his appearances on WWE. I think he was a spectacular dude who went off on such a like a non-sarcastic, non-metaphorical high horse. Like he rode off
Mhm.
into that sunset, you know.
Mhm.
Did you have anything before we get to Hulk Hogan? Did you have anything about Ozzy Osbourne?
I mean, what else is there to say? Like Ozzy Osbourne, definitely one of the greatest rockers of all time. Definitely one of the most legendary rockers of all time.
Hmm.
Uh, go throughout his whole history and definitely his connection with WWE. And yes,
Exactly.
it's really is sad, but he went out the way he wanted to go out.
Hell yeah. Biting heads off of animals, apparently. Supposedly.
There's a story behind that. That was completely on accident because he had been used to people throwing stuff on stage. He thought it was a rubber bat. He thought it was
Yeah.
fake, and so he didn't know it was alive until he had already was already doing it. Oh,
Who throws a bat? Like, okay, okay. I know we have to get a whole going. Like, let's pause and think about this. That there's many things you can throw onto a stage:
mm-hmm.
apples, fruits, trash, garbage, somebody's bra. A live bat. Like,
I want
what?
to know how the why the bat was just why didn't the bat fly away?
What?
That
I.
I don't
I
know.
mean, no. Okay,
Was
bat.
it tied
True,
up?
but like, who the fuck brings a bat to like throws a bat onto stage? Like,
Man,
I just, and of course we have to talk about it. No matter what your opinion is, yes, Hulk Hogan did unfortunately pass away as well. I believe it was cardiac arrest. He died, actually passed away at the hospital.
it seems like the cardiac arrest was caused by complications from his neck surgery.
Yeah. Um, so I'm just gonna repeat what I already posted on our Twitters, on the Twitter, the Blue Sky, and Facebook. Regardless of what you think of him personally or in the ring, like, his booking decisions and stuff like that, he it's partly thanks to him that we had the professional wrestling that we have today.
It's a majorly part of him, I would say.
Yeah, no, definitely. And yeah, I know I get like I'm in that mindset where like if you want to wish him best in the afterlife, great. If you wish for the opposite end of that, you know what? I get it. For me, I'll give him his credit, his flowers for the fact that like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be enjoying the wrestling I would today. Be fair, that'd be a grandfather, but like, yeah. Did you have anything to say on Hulk Hogan's passing?
Well, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make it sound casual. I'm
Yeah.
generally
Come on,
asking.
look, man. A lot of people have many reasons to hate Hulk Hogan for whatever reason they do, but the fact of the matter is, this man was wrestling. This man is the Mount Rushmore. There would not be professional wrestling as we know it without
He
Hulk Hogan.
he
There would,
is the damn mountain.
he
I
is
to
the
take term.
mountain.
He is the damn mountain.
He is the mountain. Like he's the Babe Ruth of pro wrestling. He is.
Yeah.
And man, I'm not going to judge a man's entire life based on his lowest moments. So
Hmm.
none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes in our life, and I've like heard from people who actually knew him, and the majority of them have nothing but good things to say about it. So we don't actually know Hulk Hogan or Terry Bollea the person. The
Yeah,
only
and that's go on.
we only know him as Hulk Hogan and what we hear in the media. Which
Yeah,
say was he right to say that 10 years ago? No. Had and but should I judge the man's entire life based on that? I think I should judge him for all the good he did as well. The man
no,
contributed greatly to professional wrestling. That man transcended professional wrestling. He was a cultural icon. That
mm,
one of the biggest cultural icons of the 1980s into the 1990s. He transcended professional wrestling and became an icon unto himself.
yeah,
And
really. Mm,
that man, like I said, he is the Mount Rushmore. He is the mountain. Without him, there would have been no Monday Night Wars. Nothing. There would have. Oh, no, there wouldn't have been no WrestleMania. There wouldn't have been WrestleMania without being a success without him. I don't think
yeah,
there
no,
would not have been anything after that. And the people who are just being vile about his death, I do have something to say about that. I was like, I don't know. I don't think you should be. I don't. Like, one, did he really ever personally hurt you? The bad enough to say such vile things about him? The man's dead. I mean, I
I
think
don't.
people. I think people. If you don't have anything nice to say, I just don't say nice anything at all.
Yeah, that's why I said even the social our socials like I just put regardless what you think of the man, he helped revolutionize professional wrestling, so you have to give him flowers at least for that, you
Yeah,
know.
but like I'm not gonna say the man lived a perfect life or was a perfect person. He did a
No,
lot of shitty things, but he
exactly,
also did a lot of good things.
exactly.
And that's what I think he should be remembered as. Just a complicated man who contributed a lot in his life.
I guess you can say, Nick, it doesn't work for you, brother.
It doesn't work for me, brother. And
Well,
so
let's get.
I
Oh,
want
go
to
on.
remember Hulk Hogan at his best. And I don't think that's an unfair thing to say.
He was the right gay guy at the right time.
The what?
That's that botch line he had when he was feuding with Vince before 19. He was the right gay
Oh,
guy at the right time.
I forgot all about that.
That was when I
And
was watching. That was my prime in WWE. Was
that was
watching
back. Oh,
that.
that was back in 2003. That was a long time ago. I
Oh, I'm
forgot about
sorry.
that. But
But
yeah,
let's
man.
end.
But
Oh,
yeah, to wrap that up, Hulk Hogan, cultural icon, and he's definitely going to be missed by a lot of people.
yeah. So let's end on a slightly more humorous, but still kind of sucks piece of news. Drew McIntyre, as
No.
of this recording, is currently stuck in the UK. So apparently, he's at a wedding in the UK with his wife, and he seems to have misplaced his US passport.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, they didn't let him on the plane. And so currently,
Yeah, they said even say like we know who you are. We know, but we can't bring you let you on.
yeah, currently it is Wednesday. As of like a day or two ago, reports came out. First, reports came out saying, no, he's not kidding. He's legitimately stuck in the UK. Which, to be fair, I don't put it past people to think that was pretty sus.
Hmm.
Like, but like, two, WWE is working with Drew to figure out how to get him back. And three, they already have a backup plan. Apparently, they've already confirmed a backup plan in case he is not able to make it back in
Yeah,
time
from
for his
my
SummerSlam
understanding, like
match.
he could go to the embassy and try to order another passport, but that takes a while.
Oh yeah, that's. I was telling my brother too on the news. I'm like, it's hard to tell. Like, he's like, there's a lot of like loops you have to go to just to get like a temporary passport, and like to try to get one within the span of like less than like about a week
But man,
ish.
what a thing to lose. Like it's not like you lose your car keys. That sucks. You lose your credit card. That sucks. Losing your passport when you're in another country.
You know what's weird? It's common. It's like I've heard like I'm not saying my mother does it, but like I've heard more stories about people losing their U.S. passports out of the country than I would like to hear.
You
Like,
think like that would I would keep that on me at all times. Like chained to my freaking side, you know?
fucking stitched on my chest or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a 12 match card to get through, so we are
Do we want
gonna
to? I guess when we get to that match, we're gonna speculate on who his replacement might be if he can't make it.
plan. Oh, the plan B. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
more about plan B when we get to that match. But we are starting with night one. With
Man,
man, good morning.
real quick before we start, I'm
Okay.
looking at this card. I feel like the matches on each night are really uneven. Because look, night one has all normal matches, and all the specialty matches are on night two. That feels very uneven.
Well. then we'll probably enjoy as much as we did night two of WrestleMania
I
this
mean,
year.
night
So,
one can still be good, but it just feels very uneven. Like it really makes feel like night one's not as important.
uh, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
So first, I mean, we'll get. Well, to be fair, I give props for the first match we're going to talk about because man, he fucking did it. As we are talking about Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, I think three.
yeah,
Um, yeah. If Kross wins, Zayn has to say the words Kross was right. If Zayn wins, Kross must say I was wrong about Zayn. So, congrats
because
to Karrion.
nothing determines the character of another person by beating them in a match.
Pro Wrestling Logic for the win.
Yes,
So, congrats to Karrion Kross. Let's give him a hand. He made it onto a pay-per-view card. The dude has been over with the crowd. I'm pretty sure the basis of the foundation of that being that promo he shot after WrestleMania. Like, after that, his merch sales skyrocketed. They gave him more merch. Like they gave him more time. Like he's getting bigger pops than Sammy right now at times. Like, good God, this man finally found that niche he was been looking for all this time. Like, still not great in the ring, but like, he found that niche with his voice.
yeah, and I think it really helped. He's more embracing this manipulative heel character because man, back in NXT, I did not think he was that impressive. It probably didn't help that his character was big angry bald man with a cool entrance. That,
Oh,
that
you cool. I'm glad you acknowledged his awesome entrance because it's
we
still
had an
great.
awesome entrance that mostly had to do with his wife, not
Is
him.
hot as fuck white, lucky bastard. So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Zayn Cross. So they've been going out for a while. Cross been getting under Zayn's hair. Zayn vice versa. Like Zayn just wants this to be done with, and this is pretty much the end of this. Why does it feel sad that I still think Sammy's gonna win?
Uh, well, this is the end of the feud, and Sammy should win. But unless you want to turn Sammy heel, and then this could be the start of that. Which I thought that was the direction they were going. There was going to be Sammy J for the world title, but WWE said, "Nah, yeet that world title reign, oh,
Yeah.
right over the moon."
We're nearly into space. Okay. So what do you think? Like I say Zayn, I feel like I still don't think they have enough faith in Cross. I still don't think they do. I think he's got himself over, but is it enough for him to keep that momentum going? Like that's the question here at this match.
Yeah,
So
I just don't really see what you do after this match. Because what does Sammy do after this match? What does Cross do after this match? I'm still wondering what the hell happened with that Cross AJ Styles storyline. They just decided to ignore all of a sudden after WrestleMania. I
they
mean,
went, ooh, look, a shiny Sami Zayn.
Cross cost AJ his match with Logan Paul, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. Um, I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide like who would benefit more. Like obviously Cross would benefit more, but I just don't know what you would do afterwards because I don't even know where Sami Zayn fits into anything right now, unless he turns heel. Because I feel like there's a lot of faces right now on Raw, so that's why he's kind of lost in the shuffle. Uh,
Is my crazy theory. You do have him turn heel and have him be the int. I know you hate this word, but hear me out. Have him be the interim leader of Seth Rollins' group.
that they definitely need somebody because they're
Like,
trying to make Braun the leader, and I don't think that
no, he's
role
not ready.
fits.
I don't think he's ready
It
yet for
doesn't
that.
feel it doesn't feel ready.
Like, he's
Although,
getting better than Mike. I'll give him that, but I don't think he's ready overall.
yeah, you could have Sammy in that role. I mean, it would be kind of funny if Sammy has a cheat to beat Cross, and even though he wins, he still says Cross is right.
Yeah, no, fucking, that's it. That's the idea. There you go. That's how you do it. He cheats to win, and then maybe on Raw. Like you have Cross confront him about what he did to win.
Like have him win dirty, and then say to Cross, you were right. And I
Follow up on Raw.
and either Cross can smile about that, and maybe that leads to something, or at least maybe some kind of double turn. But I don't know if Cross works as a face. We'll have to see. But as
No,
of
I
right now,
don't. I
I think
don't.
I
No,
think
you do not turn crossface.
no, I don't think that works. I think if Sammy, it would be funny if like Sammy did have to resort to do that, which would prove Cross right and maybe force some sort of alliance between them.
Okay, so what do you think? Zayn?
I think Sammy wins.
Yeah, Zayn wins. Man, you have a better idea than me. I think Zayn wins, but he doesn't win clean. He
Yeah.
uses no, he uses the pipe. He
Mm.
uses the pipe. The one that the facto part that Kross used to win their last match. But congrats to Kross, he made it one of the big four.
Hmm.
Give him that. Okay, so next up is Roman Reigns, our OTC one, because that's such a stupid thing. And the Yeet Meister himself, your favorite wrestler of all time, Jey Uso, take on Le Brons, or as we call him here, Le Brons, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed of Rollins' still yet to be named faction.
Well,
So,
I'm still wondering if Rollins' injury is legit, man.
but you
Like,
know what? People keep saying that, and you know what? I think they're right. I think like you can be sus, because because we're gonna get to that World Heavyweight Championship match,
yeah.
and we are gonna talk about what could happen there. But for now, though, yeah. So because of Rollins, for your sake, for your theory, for because of Rollins' injury. This is the ultimate match they've come up with for Roman for the match
Hmm.
because if we're considering this that injury was legit, a lot of reports say it is, and we'll go with that for now. But like the original plan was Roman Seth at SummerSlam,
Hmm.
which would have been I think would have been a banger match because all the matches they've had one on one have been pretty good. Like even the one at Money in the Bank where like Ambrose showed up at the end and like fucking took the title.
Hmm.
Guys didn't think that's still one of my favorite personal Dean Ambrose moments. But yeah, no, I think okay, I think Roman and Jay they got their asses handed to them on Raw this past Monday on Raw. I think they're winning. They got
Yeah,
dude, they got fucking obliterated.
man. Bronson Reed, they beat them down so bad. Bronson Reed stole Roman's shoes, man.
Like the
That's just
fuck?
disrespect.
Yeah,
And then
but
there's funny video afterward of Roman being carried out and him slowly realizing he's not wearing shoes. And he's like, "Where's my shoes,
I know that's how the match ends. Like they
man?"
win. He grabs his shoes. He takes off the shoes he currently has on. Put those shoes back on. Like give him my fucking shoes back.
Man, talk
No,
about
motherfucker.
going back to the streets, man. Beating a man down, stealing his shoes. That ain't right.
Yeah, this match is just to get Roman and Jay on the card. Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Like Roman and Jay are over as Rover right now. Unfortunately, even Jay. Sorry, Nick.
I mean, I
Um,
don't hate Jey Uso. I just don't think he's that impressive to be a top main event guy right now. I think he fits in like with those short title reigns.
mhm.
But man, he won the Rumble, which we thought, oh, that's exciting. Then he had a not a great match with Gunther at WrestleMania, which to not have a good match with Gunther is not it's not an easy thing to do, man. And then his world title run was kind of mid. I mean, he had that his only really major feud was Logan Paul, and and that one was overshadowed by Cody Cena for most of that. And then he
Mhm.
lost it all of a sudden to Gunther. And man, I just didn't really think it was all that great. I mean, I know he's over as Rover, like that is. But and also, man, it's not just the wrestling. His mic skills are just not there, man. Like the only thing he does is just go out. He starts stuttering. He spells out yeet, which is good to know he can spell. That's nice. Um, uh, and then you hear him start trying to actually give a promo, and he starts rambling. And it's like he's
Uh,
like, yeet, that's it. And man, a
State
particular point of
line,
this,
Bart.
a particular point was when Paul Heyman destroyed him on the mic. Which I don't get why Paul Heyman hasn't destroyed Roman yet, because Roman's back acting like he's a victim, even though several weeks ago Paul Heyman made a very valid argument that Roman's not a victim of this at all, that he kind of had it coming. But all of a sudden now Paul doesn't have words anymore now that Roman's back.
Okay, so we gotta go through a lot more matches. So what's your
I don't know.
pick?
Roman and Jay.
Yeah, Roman and Jay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, LeBron's, but it's not your night. Or
No.
maybe Seth Rollins' night. We'll have to see.
Yeah,
Next up, for the Women's Tag Team Championship, Judgment Clubs, Raquel Rodriguez and their newest member Roxanne Perez take on
not
the
friends.
Friends of Convenience of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So yeah, Alexa Bliss has been kind of like, I wouldn't say stalking. Stalking's definitely a different term,
No,
but
no, no. She's stalking her. No.
stalking.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of stalking Charlotte Flair around and stuff like that. And eventually they get put into a tag team play. And eventually they qualify for the number one contenders for the women's tag titles. And it seems like it's working.
Hmm.
Hooray! So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's actually giving something Flair to do where the crowd can actually get behind her on it. So apparently,
yeah,
though, back at Evolution before Liv got injured, the original plan was for Charlotte and Bliss to fight at Evolution. It was supposed to be Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss, and it was supposed to be Raquel and Liv versus the Bella twins, or at least Nikki Bella and somebody else.
yeah.
But plans had to change after Liv got injured.
And then now I think about it, it was probably gonna be Stephanie Fakir. Because now they're making Stephanie Fakir very buddy buddy with Nikki Bella.
Oh, which I
Look, don't. You've got to balance things out in the world of professional wrestling.
no, you
Not
don't.
great diva era wrestler. Oh, you add gorgeous Chilean mommy who can do no wrong right now. Like you gotta balance the world out, Nick. I'm
No,
sorry.
it just brings Stephanie down. Let's not do that.
Okay, so yeah, I think this was okay. So if you're right about that, yeah, I think this was supposed to be like Raquel and Liv, maybe versus I don't know, maybe versus Charlotte and Alexa. Maybe their match at Evolution would have like had them bond or some shit. But like,
Yeah, but I do think it worked out the way it did Evolution when you had Charlotte save Alexa. Because that
so
was one of the better parts of that match.
so do you pull what they did with Naomi and Bianca here, and like have Alexa and Charlotte win, them going on a bit of a run, and then basically turn on each other after they lose the tag titles? Or do you just
Maybe
have them lose here and then go into their feud maybe at Clash in Paris?
no, I'd have to go ahead and win because I think Judgment Day is on its way down eventually. Like slowly but surely, like they're doing it
It's
though.
it's Liv's gonna show up and it's that community that meme everybody uses a meme gif everybody uses for community where the guy walks in, everything's on fire and shit. Like that's where
Yeah,
she's gonna come back and like, the fuck? I was only gone like half a year.
because we'll talk about like the Intercontinental match a little later on.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think there's no. I don't see any reason for Flair and Bliss to lose right now. I say you have them win the title. At least do something with the tag titles for a little bit, and then maybe down the line you have one of them turn on the other. But for now, I think Charlotte and Alexa win here.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, I could see two ways. Charlotte and Alexa like win here. They do the Naomi Bianca thing, is basically what I've said. And then eventually feud. Or they just lose here and eventually just start the feud anyway. If the what you say is true about the report about the original Evolution match card. But for now, I'll go with the Friends Convenience to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
So next up for the World Heavyweight Championship.
You don't think
It
it's going to be the
is.
main event?
I'm just going with the matches. I am not putting in any specific order.
All
The
right.
only one I'll do for the like main event is the very obviously going to be the main event one, which is Cody Cena. But like
Mm-hmm.
in May, no, sorry, kidding. It's the for the World Heavyweight Championship as Walter defends his title against Punk. Walter won his title back, yay!
And it's over.
And it's over. No, basically, Punk won a gauntlet match to qualify to as number one contender for Walter's title at SummerSlam. And yeah, God damn it, this sucks. This really sucks. Like because it's only going one of two. I think only one of two ways, unfortunately. With the third, I hope it goes. A choice option one, A, whatever you want to call it. Punk wins. That's it. Option
Mm-hmm.
B, Punk wins. Rollins cashed in on him to screw him over. The
Yeah.
whole injury was a whole big old "we worked you, brother,"
Worked your brother.
kind of thing. Or the option I'm hoping for, Walter just retains. Like that's it. End of story. Walter retains. He walks out. Cut the credits to some stupid ad for Slim Jims. Like That's it. We roll on to the next match.
No, I think this is going to be the last match, and they want to end night one on a big news story. And I think either Punk wins and leaves the title, or Punk wins and gets cashed in on. Man, the whole Rollins just thing just seems a little too. I guess the word I'm looking for is
You
kind of
convenient.
convenient
Convenient.
because like the way he got injured and then LA Knight just suddenly wins, it feels like a really worked shoot here because they know if Rollins wasn't injured and was facing Roman on this card, we would just assume he was going to cash on in either one of these matches, most likely on Punk. But because we don't know if he's actually injured or not, it leaves speculation. So if Rollins does come down and the crowd goes insane if that happens and pulls a second like a second heist of the century, then and it would be appropriate to do it to CM Punk because he hates that man,
Hmm.
and it would be a little poetic justice for me because it would go like Punk get cashed in on just like he caused Drew to be cashed in on by Damian Priest. So I would enjoy every moment of that.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I think Punk's winning it, and I think Rollins is cashing in on him. I think the injury was a work, brother.
Okay. So I'll go Punk wins and that's it. I'm not saying the cash won't happen eventually or if it's still a big swerve. I'm just going on along with our predictions. I say Punk wins here. There is still a small chance that Rollins' injury was a big fuck you hoax. And it's a two nights first 2 nights SummerSlam. You want to end night one on a big shocker. What better way to do what Rollins did those years ago at the main event WrestleMania
Mm-hmm.
and dick over somebody he doesn't give a fuck about anymore. Or a
And
fuck about, period.
and honestly, I think that way you could have Rollins and Punk feud for a while. And I think you can push Roman, maybe get Roman involved in that. Uh,
Maybe.
Make a triple threat for the world title at Clash in Paris. And I think
We'll
eventually, maybe you can. I don't know how far you can push back Rollins' reigns. I don't know if you can push back all the way to WrestleMania. That might be too long. You would have to do some sort of actual injury angle to either to possibly Roman Reigns.
So,
But yeah, I think Punk's winning because I just don't see anything for Gunther to do as world champion again.
okay. Punk. Okay, so that's my those are two choices for you then. Punk wins, no cash in. Punk wins, cash in.
Yes.
No, that option A or B. It's
Oh
Punk.
yeah, I say those are my two choices. I think Punk wins and there's a cash in.
Punk wins. I say Punk wins, no cash in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the belief that the injury is real. I know there's that modicum of convenience, but there is still a tiny part of me that goes, man, this would suck if he is legit injured. And there's so many, not counting you, but like there's so many marks out there like who really thought it was like a work. you know.
Mm,
So that's what I'm gonna say for that. If it happens, I'm gonna be shocked, and I'm not gonna be pissed. I'm just going, okay, that's where we're going. That's the direction we're going. That's fine by me. That was a nice swerve. If it doesn't happen, like cool, Punk wins. On to night two. Uh,
and
so
considering this was a match that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania before they changed plans.
which we'll get to in our next video.
Yeah.
Um, Next up in a match that that's the news I wanted to say for this. No, apparently nobody wanted Travis Scott. Apparently, according to a TKO board member, this was a favor that the head of TKO was doing for Travis Scott, and that was it. Nobody wanted to work with him. He was doing stuff half-assed. Like, and that's why instead, for SummerSlam, we have the Viper Randy Orton teaming with country superstar Jelly Roll
Jelly roll.
against Drew McIntyre, asterisk TBA,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Logan Paul. Now, of
Oh.
course, this started just recently at Saturday night. Was that Saturday? It was before Saturday night's main event, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because Joey Roll was performing there, and then Logan Paul got pissed off. Oh, I forgot how this started. Shit. Let me see if the Mysterio, Sol Koa, Charlotte Flair, Naomi. Okay, there's a lot
Here it is.
here.
Here it is.
Okay, here it goes. Okay, so on the following
It started with Drew McIntyre interrupting Randy Orton.
yeah, on the following episode with Jelly Roll was performing a song "Liar." He was interrupted by Logan Paul, who said that no one wants to see an outsider in WWE or interrupted Orton interrupted, demanded that Paul show respect the role. McIntyre appeared and performed a Claymore kick on Orton. Paul then attacked Orton further only for Roll to intervene. Paul then dismantled Roll's music set. The next evening on Saturday's main event, Orton, who was accompanied by Roll, defeated McIntyre, who was accompanied by Paul. Following the match, Paul attacked Orton, which prompted Roll to attack Paul, only for McIntyre to attack Roll with a Claymore kick. Later, Roll stated that he wanted both McIntyre and Paul in a match, and Orton suggesting that the match should take place at SummerSlam. It was going to confirm that Roll and Orton would face McIntyre and Paul in a tag team match event.
Why
You
do you
know
keep
why?
saying it like that?
Okay, so you remember that stupid McMahon's $1 million phone thing they did?
Yes, I do remember that.
I
That was
remember when the sign crashed and like he was on the worry. What's the one thing he kept on saying? Ha ha, because he's calling for Triple H.
yeah.
Ha ha. So it's a joke. It's an ongoing joke from the OSW review guys.
Okay.
Ha. That's why I say it like that. Ha.
God, I hadn't thought about that in a long time. That was a stupid stunt.
It was. Anyways, yeah. So some facts about Jelly Roll. One, his entrance theme is Toby Keith's "Who's Your Daddy,"
Yeah,
which
yeah. You think the musician would use one of his own songs?
you know what? I'm fine with it. I like me some Toby Keith.
I mean, I like
So
Toby Keith too, but man, you're a country music star. You already have your own back catalog of songs.
I think he doesn't want to feel conceited. Also, it's probably a tribute because Toby Keith did recently pass away. I think passed away. I think last year. So I think it's a tribute to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Roll, obviously a very first. Let's get the obvious thing. Yeah, very big WWE fan. Very obviously, as of this wrestling's match, he will for the first time in nearly his entire life, he will be under 300 pounds. He actually legit has been training with actual wrestlers like I think the likes of like Jacob Fatu, for instance. He hasn't trained at the Performance Center, so I've had Jelly Roll on my doorstep this entire like last few months, which has been interesting to think about. Um, and he did a pretty good black hole slam on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he called it a black hole slam. He was supposed to call it bot. They were supposed to call it Boston Slam, but Joe Story went black hole slam. I'm like, there's my TNA boy.
That's what it is. It's a business move,
He did. It
and
was
for a
pretty
big
good.
man like him, that's a good move to use.
And he remember he pre-trained Jelly Roll, did a pretty good choke slam too on that last year's SummerSlam. What was it, two
Mm-hmm.
SummerSlams ago? So like,
And didn't I read somewhere that Jelly Roll does have a wrestling background, like
I
a
don't.
amateur wrestling background?
I'm not entirely sure about that. If you could look that up and find that out, that'd be great. But let's be
Uh,
honest. So currently, Drew McIntyre is, as is recording, still stuck in the UK. So, like, my guess is they can go one of two. They can go one of two routes. It's either gonna be you can just do Randy versus Paul with Joey Roll still in Randy's corner, and you still have to do some chicanery on Paul after the match,
mm-hmm.
or the option we can probably discuss a little bit more about, which is who do you replace him with? Because my first thought is The Miz.
Well, Miz volunteered himself for that, and Miz and Logan Paul already have a history together, both partners and enemies. They'd have to come up with a reason for like why Logan Paul trusts Miz again after Miz betrayed him.
Yeah.
But Miz would work, um,
You
because
can hire somebody from the oh god, that was it the MFT. Oh jeez, stupid name. The MFT. You can hire somebody from MFT. Like I'm pretty sure like you can probably get like JC Mateo on the card, which I would fucking be all for. But like I that's my guess. Somebody from MFT would be a good choice.
to me, like the Miz would make more sense because you want a big heel who can take the bumps. And man, honestly, it might be a blessing in disguise for Drew McIntyre not to be involved in this celebrity nonsense.
So
Because I like either way, I don't think he was going to take the pin anyways. I think Orton would have pinned Logan Paul.
now I think Jolie Roll would have pinned Logan Paul.
I
Oh,
never.
I would fucking love. Okay, so I think regardless. So, okay, with Drew or in Jelly Roll. Without Drew, Randy wins.
I think Orton and Jelly Roll were going to win anyways. Like, and it's
Sorry,
kind of any
tag.
celebrity
Oh, go on.
any celebrity matches usually the celebrities on the winning side.
Yeah. So yeah, tag was it tag team? I think was it tag team? Randy Orton Jelly Roll. Singles
Mm-hmm.
Randy
Yeah,
or Jelly Roll. I don't know how they would do that. But yeah, it. it does suck about Drew McIntyre's situation. I know you're not a fan of him being a celebrity, the standard celebrity, match that like WWE is very known for. But it
Like I'm not
was
against the idea of celebrity match. I just think Drew's should be something bigger.
well, I was gonna finish, which is saying, you know what? He's on the fucking card. He didn't have to. They didn't have to put him on the
Mm,
card. They still know how big Drew is, and they got him on the card. Yeah, it's a celebrity match, which we're not fans of, but like, who
mm-hmm.
knows? Who knows? Jelly Roll may pull a fucking Bad Bunny out of his hat. Bad Bunny out of his hat. May pull a Bad Bunny out of his hat and prove that he's actually been training. And like.
You should just act like you did that on purpose.
I know, but I couldn't help it. Anyways, yeah, picks the team face to win.
Yeah, team face, team RK roll.
And more than likely not going to be the main event of the evening.
I would hope not.
I would hope not either. Oh, Jesus match. It is Tiffany Stratton defending her women's championship against the queen, this year's Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. Now, of course, one thing we don't have to worry about in this
Hey,
match.
Queen of the Ring, more like Queen of the Green.
Ha.
Yeah.
So Tiffany, okay, so God damn it, you made me lose track. This will be an exciting weekend. Of course, Naomi cashed in on Raw now. Women's curling women's world champion. Good for her.
Mm.
Probably losing at Clash in Paris, but that's a story for another day. Um, so the only factor that could prove Jade's downfall in this is a is what I've been talking about since the beginning of this fucking year, and it still hasn't happened, and that's Bianca turning heel on Jade. I
Yeah, because the only thing that was kind of making me interested in this match is if that whole Naomi having Money in the Bank, but since Naomi's already cashed in on the other title and is involved in that feud instead, I was like, why should I care about this match? Because
so
honestly,
this oh go on.
but if Bianca interferes, then yeah, that could lead to Bianca Jade at Clash in Paris.
Because here's where I unfortunately see this going. But it's going to go one of two ways. By the way, none of them involve Stratton retaining, unfortunately. A, Jade wins, nothing happens. Or B, Jade wins, Bianca comes out to celebrate, and then that's where you have her turn on Jade. And then you do her versus Bianca at Clash in Paris.
You think they're gonna take the title off Stratton now?
Dude, I'm not okay. Look, I'm not saying Stratton's run with the title has been bad. Like her final match against Nia was actually decent. Like, okay, this is one I'm gonna let rip from W Unreal. Apparently, Charlotte was all sunshine and rainbows in the back about like their match, according to what happened on the finale episode of Unreal. All sunshine and rainbows, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, fuck you.
That match was
All
not good.
sunshine and rainbows. But then a report comes out asking other wrestlers to applaud Charlotte. Like, fuck off. Like, nah, nah. But no, back to this. Stratton's reign has been fine. Like, they've been using her more than EO, that's for sure. Yeah, I know. Stratton's good. I've I don't know. This is Jade's time. If you're this is the I think this is gonna be the last time in a long while you're going to even consider giving Jade a championship match. Like, honestly. And if you're gonna
Dang
do
it.
it, like, you know what? Tiffany's has had a fine enough run with the title.
She
Like
held it since January.
she's held it since January. Yeah, she's gone over 6 months with the title. Like over nearly 7 months now. Yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, I think Jade's winning. What happens after? I don't know, but I think Jade's winning this.
I just don't care about Jade Cargill.
I know you don't.
Man, and I don't think this match is going to be very good because uh, Tiffany is better in a ring when she's in there with more experienced wrestlers, which you would think the Charlotte match would have been good, but no. And Jade was really carried in that last match by Naomi. And I
Yeah.
think the two putting these two together, I don't think they're going to work too well together. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We'll see, but I don't think so. And man, if Jade wins the title, then we get a Jade Bianca feud. I guess like long time coming, I guess.
Yeah,
But man, I'm not gonna care about that feud either. I was gonna be hoping
I know.
Bianca wins as soon as possible. But yeah,
Okay.
man, I guess so. If you're gonna give her Queen of the Ring, although you could make her the first person to win King/Queen of the Ring and not win their match.
Oh, Paul Monet.
Oh
Yeah, we're not
yeah,
going to talk about the fact Monet has another fucking women's championship. We're going to move on.
God's
Yeah,
sake,
no. Nope, nope. She's literally becoming the meme now.
she's becoming the
Um,
meme. Yeah. So
but yeah,
you know what? Fine. I think I'll go with Jade
I know. Look, I want to be clear about
reluctantly.
something. If Stratton wins, I will be fucking happy. Like, you have Bianca cost Jade during the match. I think that works even better, in my opinion. But no, I think you have Stratton retain.
But
I
yeah,
know,
but
I
I was also,
want Stratton to retain, but you're gonna have Jade win.
but I'm also thinking who else is there for Stratton to feud with. So maybe they feel like that's run its course, and they want to move on to Jade and Bianca, which is actually a feud that can be established to be for the title.
Or Stratton versus heel Bianca. That's
Mm,
right there. You can do that. You can still do that.
yeah, but then you would have, well, who would she feud with in the meantime while Bianca's feud with Jade and going through that run? You'd
Well,
have
no,
to
I'm
find
talking that's
somebody.
immediate. No, I'm talking about that's immediately the next,
Oh, what's that? Like Bianca take out Jade, and maybe Jade comes back and costs her title against Stratton, and then they feud.
something like that. In that context, yeah. But we'll see what
I
happens.
mean, that could work.
Yeah, I want my heart says I want Stratton to win, but my head says Jade's winning here. So
They're
sorry.
very behind Jade for whatever reason. I know she's got the look. She's I don't think she's that great on the mic, and she's not that great in the ring. So I don't
So
know.
let's talk about the oversized night two, shall we? Jam-packed. Every single match on this card is for the night two card is for a championship.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to work during this night, so I'm gonna miss it.
Ha! You get stuck with night one. Ha! No, to
Yeah,
be fair, I get stuck with both nights.
I mean this looks good. This looks like a good card.
Well, let's continue. Let's talk about it as
Mm-hmm.
we have a six-team TLC match for the Tag Team Championships, aka we know we fucked up and put the tag title match on the SmackDown After Mania, the really good one, as the the team of the Wyatt Six, which is Loomis and Gacy, defend their tag titles against Team Not So Lucha Bros, DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. You know I meant why I said the Not So Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So the last few months, the conglomerate of the tag team, the men's tag team division on SmackDown, have been trying to deal with the Wyatts ever since they made their return. And they have failed gloriously, failed badly at doing that every second turn. It's led to a point where like they're at each other's throats, and there's nothing to White Six, and White Six even win the tag titles off Street Profits, who are not happy that it's Andrade and Ray getting the opportunity next when they should have gotten their rematch. They wanted a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to a point where all the other tag teams in the SmackDown men's tag team division cost Andrade and Ray a chance at the tag titles, leading to a big old. Can you tell Road Dogg is running creative in SmackDown? I can't. Um, and all this
You're
comes
asked for to
out.
call somebody.
Yeah, a better booker. And so now no, Nick Aldis confirms that this will be a team challenge because he's tired of them feuding. We're gonna get all other system at SummerSlam. So right now, I have a couple matches I think are gonna. I have one match before this match was announced for SummerSlam. I had one match I was gonna say was gonna be the best match of the night. Now it's two. Now it's two because a ladder match. Ooh, with multiple tag teams. Ooh, with tag teams. Ooh, with Ray Phoenix, who loves him a lot, jumping off a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like Motor City Machine Guns, who've done a couple of good ladder matches. Oh, like, ooh, like, dude, like,
I mean, yeah,
serious.
you got all these other teams here. Like, yeah. I mean, you got DIY, you got Fraxium, you got Street Profits. Uh, yeah, it's like a lot of talent in this match.
So the question is, the penultimate question is, we have six teams in this match.
Ugh, who
Which team is
wins?
leaving with the WWE Tag Team Championships?
That is a
Nick,
hard
go.
thing to pick because the YS6 just got them, like literally just got them. So it wouldn't make much sense to me to take them away from them immediately. On the other hand, they don't really seem like the kind of faction or team to have titles that long,
Hmm.
and especially in a chaotic match like this. Uh, God, it's hard to pick because literally any of these, you make an argument for any of these teams, really. I don't think the Street Profits because they just lost them, so
No.
I'm gonna take them off the table.
I don't think Marcy Machine Guns.
Yeah, probably not.
Honestly, I
Uh,
have it down to which honestly, I have it down between half these teams. I think either YS6 retain,
mhm.
not so Lucha Bros win, or to give it to Fraxium.
Fraxium would be pretty cool if they won because they're the newest team in this
And they've
chaos.
already shown their stuff on SmackDown already in quite a few matches, so they are very
Hmm.
capable tag. I mean, it's hard to believe at one point they were going to split them up.
Yeah, they decided to
Yeah,
keep them together. They basically were the tag team division in NXT for a while,
why not
and
make them like somebody to watch and new? Wait, give them the tag titles.
thing is, what do you do with the White Six immediately after? Do they go after Fraxium? I just feel like the White Six don't have a clear direction right now. That's why they just threw them into this random tag team chaos.
Yeah,
Like I need them to actually do something. Uh,
you're that meme. Come on, do
like
something.
do something. Like feud with somebody. Go after somebody that makes sense instead of just doing every few months. Oh, we're here and then we're gone. Oh, we're here and then we're gone.
Okay,
And
but
God,
who do
it
you
picks.
choose? I'm going with Fraxium. If that wasn't obvious, I'm going with Fraxium.
I'll go with Fraxium because I feel like what's the point of doing a chaotic match like this if you're just gonna have champs retain?
Mm.
And I don't think it really matters with the Y6 to hold titles for very long. It was kind of a problem with the characters like the Fiend holding a title because
Mm.
at that point, how do you get it off them? If you're
Yeah.
WWE, you feed them to Goldberg. So yeah,
Da 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 da. Superman.
God,
Yeah, we didn't want. I didn't want to talk about the Goldberg shit.
yeah.
It's like best way to boil down what Goldberg said. Bret Hart was right.
I don't know about Bret Hart being right, but Goldberg definitely was. I think he should have been a little bit
Okay,
more.
Bret
I
Hart
understand.
was.
I
Hold
understood.
on.
I understand some of Goldberg's frustrations. Like he wanted more build up to it. He wanted an actual last run, not just one last match. And I can understand that. But man, that last match, they gave you the bells and whistles. Man, they put it in
Dude,
your.
you had one of your best matches in like fucking years
They
at
gave you
Saturday
a world
Takeover.
heavyweight title match in your hometown with Charles Robinson as referee, the former head of security of
Who you
WCW.
fractured his fucking rib. Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, poor Charles Robinson.
Get
He's
that
not
shit.
having he's not having a good time.
Nope.
First Cena railroaded him, then Goldberg broke his rib. Uh, but yeah, we're going off topic a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
I am going to go with Fraxium just because they're the freshest team in this division.
I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Not So Lucha Bros, considering they want to probably solidify them as a team for a little while. But if the reports are true and sometime after shortly after SummerSlam they want to do a draft, like you're putting Ray with Penta.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right for Ray to win a tag title without Penta.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not leaning on Andrade or Ray. That's why I think Fraxium, honestly, Fraxium or White Six retain.
I see Andrade turning on Ray and Penta help trying to save his brother.
And that's gonna be a hell of a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And we got banger. Okay, cool. Next up for the Intercontinental Championship, we have Dominic Mysterio defending against Inspector Clouseau himself, AJ Styles. Yeah,
This feud's been funny.
so AJ was guaranteed an Intercontinental title shot not too long ago, but unfortunately, Dominic Mysterio did actually suffer an actual injury,
Did
but
he?
they kind of stretched out the story of he has a doctor's note, AJ can't touch him. So what does AJ do? Fucking this time, legit, like 100% stalks him. Janitor. What was it? Well, I forgot all this guys. No, my favorite was still the first one. The cake that has his name on it, and he's behind a couple of the crew production boxes, and he goes,
Yeah,
he does the like meet the parents
yeah,
thing, and
yeah,
then what is it? What is it? Janitor,
yeah.
um,
At the praying.
the physical no, the physical therapist, no, is it the
Oh,
medical guy on the ringside,
the valet.
the valet.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want him so to reenact the Undertaker line. He said,
Oh yeah,
"Buckle up, Stephanie.
yeah. And then like, it
Buckle,
was funny. Like the
buckle."
funniest meme was they did the Undertaker AJ meme, but they put AJ as Undertaker and Dominic as AJ.
But it's been fun, and eventually he was cleared to wrestle, and Dominic is defending his title against AJ Styles. Now, apparently, you and me have differing opinions on this after we discussed the last Judgment Club match about who's winning this. Because honestly, I have Dom retaining thanks to chicanery from Roxanne. Um,
I
Mainly
have
Roxanne. If we're gonna kind of sprinkle the eventually Liv comes back and he's caught with his pants down.
Roxanne.
Um, but yeah, I'm picking Dominic to retain here, but
Normally, I would agree with you, but I have a reason for thinking AJ's going to win.
go on.
Because you may have heard at the upcoming AAA Triple Mania, the Fatal Four Way match, Vikingo is defending the AAA Mega Championship against Dominic Mysterio. Uh, who's the other like El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser,
Oh my
and
God, we didn't talk about that. The Tres Grande Americano in the
which
form of
Pete Dunne.
dude. The funniest thing, I'm like, what happens when all three El Grande Americanos meet up and team up again? And it's just the Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with a lot of Mexican paraphernalia all over.
Yeah, it's just that I forgot who the fourth person was in that match. Hold on, I'll find out real quick.
Okay, well, I'll talk.
Oh,
Well, you,
I
I'll
got it.
talk.
It's Dragon Lee. So yeah,
Okay.
so El Vikingo is defending the AAA Mega title against Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Ludwig Kaiser as El Grande. And when Dominic appeared in AAA, he got a massive pop. So I honestly think Dominic's going to drop the IC title and win the AAA Mega Championship.
Okay.
I think they're going to give Dominic the AAA Mega title, which means Dominic Mysterio will be a world champion.
Um,
I think they're going to do it. I think the only
I
reason they
don't.
put on,
I
because I think the only reason they put on Vikingo was to get off Alberto, which by the way, Alberto lost a leave AAA match, so he's out.
see okay. So, mm, see, I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, like, do we really think he's gonna win the AAA title off of
I
Vikingo?
think it's very, especially in a four-way match when you
Because
got
look, because if we're gonna slightly detour on this, I think you have El Grande Americano take the title off of Vikingo.
no, not if it was Chad Gable in the mask, I'd say yes, but it's
What are
Ludwig
you talking
Kaiser.
about? I'm talking about Grande Americano. Why are you talking about Chad Gable?
It's Ludwig Kaiser.
No, you're
Um,
talking about Grande Americano.
and who still has a speed champion somehow. But no, I think they're gonna put on Dom because they're really WWEizing AAA right now, making them much more closer. They already had Los Garza winning the AAA tag team titles.
I
And
don't
I
know.
think Dom winning the AAA mega title, that way the title can be on WWE TV on a prominent person. It's somebody who has
Okay.
who's a legacy of AAA talent like Rey Mysterio. Uh,
So let's okay, so I'm gonna stick with my guns and say Dominic retains, regardless of who wins that match. I'm gonna say Dom retains.
I'll go with AJ winning. And then, you know, it'd be really cool
Mm.
if AJ defended the IC title at Bound for Glory against a TNA wrestler.
Look, they already have enough of WWE gold in TNA. We don't need to be worried about more
What are you talking about?
anymore.
They've lost two of their gold WWE talent. They need WWE gold.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, next the match itself, I think it'll be fine. Next up in a steel oh my God, I hate these kind of matches. In a steel cage
You
match.
gotta say right. Inside a steel cage.
Okay, whatever. So inside a steel cage, Solo Sikoa defends his United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. Now, of course, this is just it's
Yeah,
continuing the
cage
fucking
match. They're
feud.
supposed to keep interference out, but never does.
Never does.
It's kind of like that
Like,
match that we just had on Dynamite. Everyone's banned from ringside unless the referee's down.
2 seconds. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, this is so stupid. It's just basically continuing the feud between Solo and Jacob. I think the most ridiculous thing they tried to do was frame a car accident on Jacob, and of course, Jacob basically said the equivalent of "fuck the police," on as much as you could say it on national television. And it turns out it was Solo did it and got arrested, which was funny. Um,
Solo Sikoa has really come into his own this year. Like
yeah,
ever since that end of his feud with Roman, man, he's like he's got who would have thought of the three Uso brothers because he's a brother Uso that he'd have the most personality.
yeah, go figure. Okay. So, oh my God. No, I think Solo's retaining.
You
Like
think
tall Tonga will
Tonga?
interfere. They will interfere and
Mm.
Solo will successfully, unless they pull No Way Out 2001 of JBL versus Big Show. Tala just like like chokes him so hard through the ring
Oh,
that he escapes.
you mean No Way Out
Is it
2005?
is it 2005?
Yeah, 2001 would have been
Well,
like
it was the
before.
Big Show JBL barbed wire steel cage match,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that was
2005. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 2005. Pull that.
2001 was still that 2001 was still the Attitude Era.
That's how you have like either Solo or retain or Jacob win. The other one's about to win, then it's announced that in actuality, that other person won.
Was looking back. That was a I was pissed at the time, but that was a funny way for JBL to retain that title.
It was such a clever way. Like I just watched the OSW review of it, and I watched. It, I'm like, fuck, that's clever. And he had the announcer in on it. He had the camera
Mm-hmm.
focused on Big Show as well. So fucking clever. Give Vince that was really clever. Here, I think Solo's retaining. They're gonna have some NFT bullshit chicanery. We'll let Solo retain. I want Fatu to win. I mean, but the problem I had is like Solo's reign has been so short. He only just won it.
Yeah, that had stopped him before.
Yeah, I know, but still. But I'm gonna pick Solo to retain here.
Then who does he lose it to?
I still think he loses it to Jacob too. I just don't think it's gonna be at SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, it's a cage match. You don't get any bigger than that. What are you gonna do? Put him in Hell in a Cell?
Okay, you
Like,
know what I'll say to that? I haven't seen tonight's Dynamite. Tell that to Moxley Hangman. No outside interference match for the title. The fuck? You had a Texas death match and then you go from 11 and dial it down to like an 8.
yeah,
Like,
that's that. I thought that was stupid. Like, just have Moxley go away for a while.
okay, but no. Anyways, I don't know, man. Like, it's a steel cage. When has that stopped them from escalating shit to last man standing or like a no disquad, a no DQ match or a falls count anywhere?
But if the whole point is to keep interference out, like that, then you do the cage match. Like, you're not going to be able to do that in any other match.
Look, you can
And
go with you can go with Jacob winning. I'm just gonna stick with Solo retain because this is a
I
steel
just
cage
don't
match. I'm
like,
sorry.
man. I just don't know where either guy goes. Like, I think Solo should have a longer reign. That's
Hmm.
why I don't think there should have been a cage match yet. I think there should have been maybe another kind of stipulation match which Solo could cheat, and then you have their actual penultimate match, not a penultimate, their ultimate match, maybe at like in Paris, make that in a steel cage match, and then Fatu can win.
Oh,
But if you've moved it up to here, then I guess the only situation would be to Solo just to straight up retain. But then that gets Jacob out of the title match, and what do you do with Jacob after that?
I don't know, man. Like, I think
Unless unless you actually pull the trigger on Jimmy Uso and actually have Jimmy Uso get another shot and have him win.
I don't know. I
That
just I did. It feels like they're just making. Honestly, to me, dude, it makes me feel like they're just making this a steel cage match to make this a steel cage match because they can, and because they need to make this first 2 nights SummerSlam feel relevant.
which is
I
why
mean,
they should have put one of these stipulation matches on night one.
look, I think Jacob should win it back, but my logic's telling me differently, and my logic isn't. I know my logic isn't great, but I'm saying Solo retains.
Well, I do agree with Solo hasn't had a long enough title run, and he's having a good run, especially with his. how good his character's been lately.
Hmm.
It just feels weird for Jacob not to win the feud, and this feels like this should be the end of the feud either way.
Yeah.
That's my
Spe-
issue. So
oh,
I think I am going to go with Solo retaining. It just feels weird for this to be a cage match when it should be later.
Speaking of how you should blow off a feud, in a no DQ match for
Oh,
the women's
this actually pisses me off a little bit. Keep going.
Women's Intercontinental. I knew this was the moment they announced who the number one contender was. For the Women's Intercontinental Championship, as Becky Lynch defends once again against Lyra Valkyria.
For the
If Lynch,
fourth fucking time.
let me finish, dude. I'm not done with the stipulations. It is a last chance match, aka which means if Lynch is able to retain, Valkyria can no longer challenge for the title for as long as Lynch is champion.
So the mirror Lynch's match where she won.
Yes. Yeah, this feud's just continuing. Triple Threat Evolution, which was a good match. And like they had a 2 out of 3 falls between Bayley and Lyra, and Lyra surprisingly won. And then Becky came out dressed in the colors of Hulk Hogan
Which was
because she
funny.
she gets the joke. Um,
Which is before he passed away, by the way.
yeah, no. You know what
Wait,
I mean when she say she gets the joke.
oh no, I'm creating context for people who haven't
Oh
watched it.
yeah. But yeah. Okay. Before I say my winner, go ahead.
Fuck. Um,
Fuck. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Lynch and Valkyria have great chemistry. They have great matches. I don't need to see them fight for a fourth time. 3 times. I know the third match was a triple threat match, but damn it, 3 times is enough. I don't need to see this match again. Like Bayley,
Ooh.
the only thing the reason I think this is happening now is Bayley's going to turn heel and cost Lyra the match because the logical choice for me would have been Bayley to be the one not getting pinned to Evolution, or Bayley winning that number one contenders match and it's being Becky Bayley and Bayley wins. But
But
no,
think it's Becky.
no. Instead, they're having Bayley go through all this bullshit where she didn't get to be on WrestleMania. She didn't win tag titles, and she doesn't get a shot at the IC title. So now she's doing these promos where she's frustrated. So I think, and she's going to put all the blame on Lyra because technically it is all Lyra's fault because Lyra did cost her that initial match with the IC title. Lyra failed her in getting the IC and tag titles, and Lyra beat her to get this match. So she's going to put the blame on Lyra. I think Bayley's going to turn heel and screw Lyra out of the match,
Okay.
especially
Got
because it's no DQ.
okay. Yeah, it's a no DQ match. You good? You got
Yes.
all of your system?
Yes, I want Bayley to win the ESC title as a face instead they're going to turn her heel and have her feud with Lyra for nothing.
Okay, cool. So this is Becky Hogan's plan all along, brother. Like this entire time, honestly, this was Becky's plan was to put Lyra over. These past they've been feuding carried two for the last 3 months now. And like this is the path they've chosen because Becky wants to put Lyra over as fuck before heading out to do something God knows what else. Um yeah, I'm not a fan of the fact that this is basically more or less confirming they're gonna turn Bayley heel. But like, let's be honest. Let's really be honest. The women's division needs help, and Becky sees that, and she's trying to make a star out of Lyra. And I get that. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. Before I finish, I'm not saying you're wrong. I do agree. This is technically the fourth time. I don't need to see this again. I rather have just been Becky Bayley. Bayley wins, and then you do something else from there. I don't care. I think this has been Becky's plan from the start, was to put Lyra over as fuck, to give another big star in the women's division. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's how I think that's how what Becky's idea, Becky Hogan's idea was, and what the
Mm,
wrestling community have said. I say obviously my pick's gonna be Lyra to win. This is ending the feud. We're gonna
boring.
move on to Bailey turning heel on Lyra and like doing whatever fuck else. But you know,
Just I don't need to see Lyra as champion again. Her first run was boring until Becky got involved. And what's going to happen now when Becky's not involved? So what? A heel Bailey? So what? We're going to wait for Bailey to turn heel after Lyra wins. And so what? Becky goes just goes does nothing again. Like Becky's whole, I just don't think we should put the belt back on Lyra. I just don't think we need to do that. If anything, they need to move her on to over to the world title scene eventually. Like just giving her the IC title match. I don't know, man. It's one of the reasons I thought Becky should have won a title sooner to make her title length longer. If she was just going to lose it right back to Lyra, at least if she lost it to Bayley, that'd be a fresh champion, like who's never held the belt before. I
Mm.
just don't like the direction this is going at.
You know what they
Man,
can do then? They can have Ash by Elegance win the title from her.
this is a TNA. What are you talking about?
That's not gonna stop them. It hasn't stopped them yet. It hasn't stopped like WWE stars being assholes to TNA stars. Why not TNA stars doing it the other way around?
Like, I still think that's going to turn around Bound for Glory. If it doesn't, then you could shoot me. I don't care.
If it, oh,
Um,
no, bet. I bet $5. I bet $5 because it's easy. I can afford $5. It will be Ash by Elegance versus Lyra Valkyria, not just injured by the end of this year for the women's IC title.
that would just be so random.
Bet?
And nah, because they could do it. I just think it would be.
Oh, wuss.
No, I
Wuss.
just think
Let's
it's.
see.
I think they could do it. I don't think. I just don't think it. I don't think it's likely.
Okay,
Look,
so
dude. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't have any money to bet. It's like,
fine. What's the stipulation? What will convince you to take this bet? What will convince you? It can be money, it cannot be money, it can be something else.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you.
Here, if I lose, here's the bet. If I lose, I get you that Joe Hendry WrestleMania shirt. If I
Okay.
lose. So what happens if you lose? What do I get? It doesn't have to be that. It can be something else. I can make you just say have a cowboy accent the entire reaction. I could have you say nothing but positive things about your least favorite wrestlers currently in WWE or AEW.
Yeah, but then I could make that funny, and I enjoyed that. That wouldn't be a punishment for me.
Oh, come on, man. You know you want to take this bet.
Uh,
The rule this it's simple.
okay, okay. Hmm.
Ash by Elegance versus Lyra Valkyria for Women's IC Championship happens by the end of this year.
You know what? Fine, I'll take the bet. But I'll do the bet to where I have to say something nice about a wrestler if you think that's funny enough.
If that is gonna make, yeah, that's fine by me. You know what?
If
And
you
who
think that,
knows?
if you think that's a good enough stipulation,
Who knows? It'll be a belated Christmas gift for you if I'm wrong when the clock strikes midnight on December 31st.
we'll talk about it more. I think we can come up with something
You know,
better
TNA will screw me over. They'll announce it for next year's Genesis.
next year by the end of the year.
Sorry, Lyra to win.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about. We'll make something out of it.
Okay, Lyra to
Uh,
win.
okay. If Bailey's not turning heel at SummerSlam, then yeah, I think Lyra's going to win. If Bailey does turn heel at SummerSlam, I think Becky's going to retain. But then you had the Becky Lyra feuding anyways, so I guess you might as well have Lyra win and Becky feud with her as a heel.
Mhm.
But my thing is, why would she wait to take her frustration out after she's already won the title? Why wouldn't she just screw her out of the title?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's get to what's quite possibly going to be the match of the night,
Hmm.
of maybe both nights, as Naomi defends her Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So this story
Mm-hmm.
is very simple. After near the end of a banger match on the main event Evolution, Naomi comes in, makes a triple threat, cashes in her Money in the Bank, makes a triple threat. I know I said that right, but flow was better. And pins Io to win and become the Women's World Championship to a chorus of cheers. Which okay.
Yeah, because people love a cash in.
Yeah. Um
And people like Naomi.
and following Monday on Raw, that's it. It is a triple threat match at SummerSlam. That's it.
Yeah,
And that's where
yay.
we're at now.
Yeah, because
Uh
we already know Rhea and Io could have a good match, and Naomi, she can have a good match. She's with the right opponent.
yes, she has thanks to her thanks to her, from Funk the Dactyls to when she originally left WWE to her TNA run, she's become a much better pro wrestler overall, like way better.
And his heel character's been working.
And the crowd's starting to really like it too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Naomi to retain,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, because I think she's
The
gonna
only
be.
I think not even the fact that it's going to be probably be Naomi Vakir at Clash in Paris, but the
Mhm.
fact that like she only has held the title for like a handful of weeks, so like,
Yeah, and there's no real point of putting on either back on EO or on Naria.
mhm,
And yeah, and I think you need a heel to go against Stephanie Fakir, which I think Fakir's winning
yeah.
because I think they're ready to put that rocket on her.
But think this is going to be a hell of a match, and I'm picking
Hmm.
Naomi to retain.
Yeah, either like Naomi's gonna somehow take advantage of these two fighting each other,
Yeah, definitely.
and then you
It's
gotta
like,
do. I just hate the fact that we never got Io Asuka for the title. I hate that we
yeah,
didn't
I
get that
know.
because they were teasing the hell out of that.
It is what it is, but you know what? It's gonna be a fucking hell of a match.
Now we could still get Io Asuka feud, just wouldn't be the title.
Yeah, true. And next up, in our real, true, 100% blue main event of the weekend, it is Yancia. What was it? Never Seen 17 defending his title against Cody Rhodes in a street fight, bro.
Yeah,
So yeah, basically, I love this. It's like, I think last Friday on SmackDown, no, it was 2 Fridays ago on SmackDown, they go for contract signing. John says, "So unfortunately, I have something to shoot in New York for a Netflix movie. I'm not gonna be able to do that, but maybe give you this match at Clash in Paris. I'm sorry, I let everybody down, let fans down. I'm sorry, I can't do this, guys." Leaves. Cody's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Beats the shit out of him, and the first time I've ever seen it, does a splash on John Cena through the table and confirm and force him to sign it and tells him you should read the contract because the contract says this match is a street fight.
I love that's just WWE logic. Make an unconscious person sign a contract, and it's legit.
I know they've already like posted up what this his quote unquote signature looks like. It's
Yeah,
just a bunch of scribbles. But like that's what his signature usually is.
I mean it's also the same thing where you could sign another person's contract and it'd be legit.
Yes. So now comes the question I know you're asking. No, and not is this gonna be a better match than the WrestleMania one? I think it is on that front. That's not saying much, but we have to ask the question, and we did this at 40, even though we know Cody was gonna win that title. We have to ask the question here: does John Cena retain?
He shouldn't, but they might do it. I just don't see any reason for his title run to continue past this. Because man, he's only got after this like September, October, November, like 4 months left of his last run. I think it's time for him to lose to Cody, be humbled, brother. I guess and then do his last 4 months as a face. Like we got the heel run. It was what it was, for better or worse. And I just think this is time for Cody. It's time for Cena to pass the torch to Cody Rhodes and then go off into his sunset. What that leads to, I don't know. There's plenty of people for Cody to feud with. I think the next best feud with him would either be Randy Orton or Drew McIntyre. I think either of those would be good feuds for Cody Rhodes. There's people for Cody to feud with. Who else is for Cena? Who left for Cena to fight? He's gonna fight R-Truth again? No, he's already fought like CM Punk and Randy Orton. What other ghosts of his past can he fight now? And man, you're not gonna have Cena do this whole run and not pass the torch to Cody Rhodes. That would just be stupid.
Oh, you don't forget, he has to fight little Jimmy next.
Yeah. Speaking of R-Truth, they have done nothing with him since they brought him back.
Well, this is his like fair. This is basically his version of a farewell tour. Like he's out pretty much by the end of this contract. So,
Yeah, like where's that feud with Aleister Black? Is that even happening?
they're doing Priest Black next Friday, this coming Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah, man.
Should be a good
I like
match.
so to get back to this real quick. Cody needs to win this. It has to be Cody. Now people are wondering, like, does Cody turn? Do they do a double turn? And will Cody help takes the Rock's help and screws Cena, which wouldn't make much sense to me. It's like, oh, he's wearing the glasses and he's wearing the watch. It's like he's probably just screwing with you. Like it's just probably making you think he's going to turn heel. Because I don't see any reason for Cody to turn heel yet. Maybe down the line, because I still think there's plenty of things he can do as champion. Now, how long his second title run lasts, considering his first one lasted over a year, I don't know. But I do think Cena needs to lose to Cody.
It was funny. This match starts. What's the first thing Cody does? Lobo blows John Cena.
I mean, and you know what? It's a street fight. If Cody does do that, it's perfectly legal. And we
No.
already had a story where Cody didn't pull the trigger on Cena at WrestleMania, so this is where he has to do it here.
Yeah, he's talked about that. Honestly, Cody's had like I know Cena hasn't been around because dates and stuff like that, but like Cody's had some really good promos lean to this match too. Like
Mm-hmm.
generally some good solid stuff in terms of what Cody can deliver in terms of promos. And
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, I know I have to do the what if, you know? I know it wasn't your favorite show on Disney Plus, but I have to do the what ifs. So like, and I have to ask the what if. What if they let him retain and he retires like with the title?
That would be
What if he
really.
loses the title in his last match,
No, I don't think that's. I don't think.
No, I'm not look, my pick okay, I forgot to begin with this. I think Cody's winning.
Yeah.
Continuing on to my what if theories. Um, yeah, like I don't know who you feud with next. I don't know who else you would try to help put over, but like it's something to think about. I know it's not the Vince era anymore. I know Triple H is not the best booker in the world for being honest, but like he's had a better win record than Vince has. And
Mm-hmm.
so like, I mean, currently, not like overall. I think overall Vince kind of still wins that a little bit, by a little bit.
If
But
we're judging like later year Vince over current Triple H,
yeah, by a landslide for Triple H. But like, who knows? I don't know. I was just talking about it, like we're talking about it more in our discussion other discussion video, but like. There was a point they were going to change the outcome of the men's Rumble winner, and imagine what that would have been like. Like that thing's would have been different. Imagine if Travis Scott actually did put in the effort. Where would that have led? Would we
apparently
have
him
seen
be.
him here? Like,
I don't know, man. Apparently it was supposed to lead to Cody Rhodes fighting Travis Scott, which probably would have happened at Backlash or something,
but
or
like, no.
Money in the Bank or something. But that didn't go anywhere, which means we had one of the worst WrestleMania endings of all time for nothing.
But no,
6 minute run in.
yeah, but no, I obviously I have to ask the what if. It's entertaining, especially for our viewers. I have to ask the what if because if we just said Cody and wrap this up, that wouldn't be right. Yeah, no. But honestly, I do pick Cody to win. He does still have like a handful of feuds left he can do between now and the end of this year, and who knows? Maybe he loses it to Randy. Maybe he loses it to Drew, like we don't know. Like we know Rollins is still a factor, like I said, injury real or not, permitting or not permitting, he's weighing the wings as well. We don't know where it could go. And that's why I just want to question what if on that. But obviously, Cody to win.
Mm-hmm.
The summer of Cena is over. Like he's had his feuds, he's wrapped up with Truth, he's wrapped up with Punk, he's wrapped up with
Orton.
Orton, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's how you're gonna do it because you can't fucking bring Vince back. That's for fucking sure. So like, nah, yeah.
Yeah, like the only other person I could have seen him feuding with if he was still in the company was Edge, but he's in AEW, so that's not happening.
He brings. I don't know if Edge's dad's still alive. He brings out Edge's dad and slaps him in the face.
It'll make up for the Edge slapping his
No, he
dad's
would
foot.
probably slap Beth Phoenix in the face. For being honest. Um. They would let Cena get away with that on his farewell tour. But yeah, no, that's it for that. But I have to ask, we have 12 matches on the card. What do you think is going to be the best match of the event? Because this one is difficult because like I said before, it's between two matches for me. I think it's
Uh,
two matches for me.
I have to think about it. Nothing on night one really stands out.
N-
Night
y- y-
two, TLC match can be crazy, but in terms of a match, we know Becky and Lyra can have a good match. We know Rhea and Io, and then throw Naomi in there, they can have a good match.
mhm.
TLC can go crazy. Hell, with all the bells and whistles of a street fight, Cena and Cody could put on something good. Well, probably at least better than they had at WrestleMania.
Mm.
Uh, since because Lynch Valkyrie is a no DQ match, but as a result of being a triple threat match, the Naomi Rhea Io is also by definition a no DQ match.
Mm.
Mm,
Okay, I'll be making some for me. Women's World Championship match. I'm gonna stick with my
yeah,
guns on this one because like their triple threat at Mania was good. Their Evolution match was a banger, and and like Naomi's still a great wrestler. Like so, like it's just gonna be another banger of a women's title match, honestly. So I'm gonna stick with the Women's World Championship match. I think
yeah, because that's a bigger match. I think they'll probably put more into that.
I think like the best story told will probably be the main event night two, but
Mm,
like it's that, and I think it's gonna be a big enjoyable clusterfuck when it comes to the TLC match.
yeah, and I think Becky and Lyra can still put on another good match, but I've already seen that match so many times now, so that's going to lower it a little bit for me. So I'll at least go with like Naomi Maria Io's more fresh of a feud and
Mhm.
dichotomy there. So I'm going to go with them. Yeah, I'll go with them. That makes the most sense to me.
Okay. Cool. And that's going to do it, folks. I am sorry. If you're still watching, much appreciated. Very much appreciated on that. But other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk about more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And I feel like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about some SummerSlam action. Hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. What do you think about WWE SummerSlam 2025? What do you think is going to be the best matches of the night? What do you think would be the best moments of the night? Do you see some cash-ins a brewing? A cash-in a brewing? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you have our predictions overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching. Now, of course, Nick, aside from this channel, where can they find you elsewhere on the internet?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You can find me on the Facebooks. You can find me on the Instagrams. And you can find me on the XX, formerly known as Twitter, baby. And I got one more question for you, Kristen. What you gonna do, brother, when 1, 2, 3 Wrestling runs wild on you?
It's about to be midnight where I'm at right now. So all I'm gonna say is you can also check out our pal Mo Brothers on the socials at AfroMoBro. Dude, I've been up since sunrise, and I am way past sunset here. But of course, you can check out our reactions to last year's SummerSlam right here on the channel. You can check out our reactions to the last race of pay-per-view reaction we did, which was Slammiversary, which I apologize. That's my fault. I think my brother told me that it was ready to be posted, and I just went and I just forgot, or he never, or B, he didn't tell me, and I'm like, shit. So that's why out of nowhere I just posted up to it's Slammiversary, but it's there
Yeah.
now. Check it out. It was definitely a show. I'm just saying that mess with Nick. It was a good show. But yeah. So until next time, no. I'm Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade, brother.
And this has been a very New Jersey filled episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling. We will see you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.